Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillah, we had our first event in October. It was a great success, Alhamdulillah, and the feedback was really brilliant. And thereafter, a lot more parents came forward and were really excited about meeting up again. And it was to have it in a masjid. This is the only golden opportunity that children get to come to the house of Allah in their lifetime and to do activities based upon the 5 pillars of Islam.
This is the sensory corner. We've tried to get bright things, so it's all really stimulating for a child. So if you just come through, so as a child walks through, there's a lot of things to touch and feel at the same time as look at them. We've got a storyteller here. She's brilliant. You can see the kids already intrigued by what she's going on about. Because it's in a masjid and it's all about bringing our children into the masjid, a lot of the time autistic children, they won't listen, or they don't have the ability to actually understand that you need to be silent in a place. We want our Muslim parents to bring their children, and we want it to be more acceptable in the community that it's okay to bring children, it's okay to be loud in a masjid. It's a place for everyone. Yes, it's a place of worship, but if we're not going to allow our children in the masjid, how are they ever going to know about the religion?
I have 2 autistic children. They're on the spectrum. I think it's very important as parents and the Muslim community need to open up to the autistic community. A lot of them are isolated, neglected. They have no means of communicating with the peer groups, whether it's in madrasa or at events at masajid.
Trying to make it as religious as possible, as well as trying to stimulate them at the same time. So we've got loads of lights, we've got things that make a sound, they can touch, we've got the masalla, we've got a tasbih. The whole purpose of being in a masjid is to stand on it. If they're watching their elders praying, reading their namaz, inshallah they'll get into the mode of it. It's the actions that they will follow. So we've also got loads of books over on this side. So my first Quran story, brilliant book. My nephews, nieces, they all own one for themselves. There's a lot of stories in here, and these are things that parents can read to their child if a child's not reading themselves. And you'll be surprised, there's a lot of autistic kids that have a really high ability to read. We've got some soft play here. Again, put some fabric on the floor. It's reflecting off the lights. Just have a look around yourself and you'll understand what we're trying to achieve here.
It's quite hard, and I think that these events where you have autism hour in the masjid, and I think that it's for them to understand what Islam is as well, that they can't be neglected. They understand how Muslims pray, the 5 pillars of Islam, what can we do to include them. And I think that like our children, they love the masjid, but most of the time they're closed. And I think that we need to have regular these type of events where children can come and the parents.
Here you can see we've got some paints. Now these paints are not just your normal paints, they're child-friendly paints. They were mixed with yogurt because again, children being children, wanting to eat things, autistic children, again, they would like to taste everything, feel textures of things. So it's all child-friendly, bright colours you can see. So again, it's looking at stimulating. Here we've got some images, so of step by step of what a child can possibly do, what this image is of. If we move over onto this side, we've got Play-Doh and we've got some foam. The children are making their own Play-Doh. We've got some glitter, we've got some colour. You can see the shaving foam there, so they're just making their own Play-Doh with that. Moving over onto this side, so we've got the 5 pillars of Islam. Again, you've got the yogurt pots there, so you know it's child friendly. So this is just some more painting. You can see a child's already started 5 pillars of Islam. They're using their handprint and they are highlighting the 5 pillars of Islam there. So that's also showing a child using their hands, giving them that photographic memory. If they're using their hands, labeling their fingers, they can obviously speak about the religion through that and the pillars and what it means to them. On this side here, some geometric shapes, putting things together. You're making mosques. Brilliant. So there you go, sisters saying they're making mosques just out of a lot of geometric shapes. Again, loads of colour, which is brilliant.
I study maths, physics, chemistry for A-level, and I want to become a robotics engineer. And so I want to build robots that will help people who can't live life as easily. So in terms of autism, if we had robots that could help children develop like normal children and become part of society as easily as those who aren't on the spectrum, I think that would be really good for society. So I just wanted to get an idea of what children with autism deal with and how they need to be treated differently than other kids.
If you come over on this side, please, and tell us what this is.
So we've got some Islamic nasheeds here, and so we've got some Islamic nasheeds here, and there's different types of nasheeds about how to do wuzu, how to read the Mosque, and just some nasheeds about Ramadan as well. And we'll be role-playing how to do wuzu and how to briefly pray with the actions.
So will you be doing any demonstrations for us? It'd be good to get the kids to follow you if one does a demonstration, so they're not just watching it there. Somebody can do a demonstration, get a janamaz, put it on the floor, get them into it. Brilliant, thank you. So on this side we've just got free open space, just got loads of games for the kids to come and play. It's just open space really, they can just run around. Where we've got activities, organised activities, they can also go over on that side, but children, they like open space so they can play. So again, some more activities on this side here. So we've got some maths games, are these? Yeah, so we've got some maths games.
A lot of them can bring a lot to the Muslim community. I mean, a lot of them have sharp minds, they're very quick, and they're very clever as well. And that's throughout Islamic history as well. We have a number of scholars who were of the, you could say, of the spectrum, but they were highly intelligent and they were ulama. And I think that unless we start getting them in the community, we're gonna lose them.
On this side here, refreshments. Everyone likes refreshments. So just loads of bits and pieces for parents and children themselves.
Me and my wife, we run an autism awareness page on Facebook. It's called Autism Awareness Muslims on the Spectrum. You can find us there on Facebook. You can have a look. We update it regularly about our experiences, what others are going through, and more information about what autism is.
Alhamdulillah, may Allah reward all the volunteers that have come forward to make this event a great success. And as you can see, that the parents are really excited and happy, and so are the children. And not only are they really happy, but the main thing is that they are able to come to a masjid, feel really welcomed, and really get engaged in a lot of the activities that they are doing. Alhamdulillah.